So the rabbi is a leader, a community leader. Throughout all of history, people came to the rabbi for advice about all different kinds of things, not just about halakha. And today, a rabbi is a community leader, and he is approached by all kinds of people for all kinds of advice about many, many different areas and many tchumim. So he has to be knowledgeable about all those different areas. And what's most important is that the rabbi, after getting the training, he has to know when he can help and when he has to refer to further professionals. That's what we spend a lot of time training the rabbis. They have to know a little bit about every kind of area, about all different kinds of topics, but they have to know their proper role and their place. But we believe that the rabbi is there to give advice about all kinds of issues, not just about halakhic issues. And that's the role that the rabbi has served for many, many years. And that's the role that the rabbi serves in outside of Israel in almost every country. We're not training our rabbis to give business advice to people. We do train our rabbis to assist families that are having trouble financially and how to be better prepared to financially run their home. But yes, when rabbis have a certain role, and when they step out of that role, then it doesn't necessarily make the rabbi look all that good. Yes, what we've lost is a sense of community. People don't necessarily talk to each other anymore. They're not in a community. The community that they're part of is just one of texting and Facebooking and Twitter, as you're talking about. On the other hand, it's part of our world, and we have to take advantage of that world and use it for the right things, to use it for Torah and to use it to help people and to use it to give proper advice. The rabbi's role here is a very sensitive one, because while he has to recognize that he has to be part of this world and use all the tools that this world has to offer, he also has to recognize that he has to have proper boundaries. That's what we're here learning about at this conference, for the rabbi to have proper boundaries. But people are in search of community, and we're realizing that that's what's happening in Israel today. People are in search of community because Facebook, while it may be good for certain things, leaves people lonely, and it leaves people feeling alone, and that's why they're searching for a sense of community. This conference is a perfect example. Very often the rabbi is the first address when it comes to complaints or problems that all kinds of people are having in their community. Many people at work or in their homes face issues of abuse, face issues of physical abuse, of emotional, of spiritual, psychological abuse. And the reason why we're here is so that the rabbis can receive the kind of training that they need in order to recognize what these problems are and to be able to refer them to the proper people. Very often, like I said, the rabbi, we often compare it to a family doctor. A family doctor has to know a little bit about all kinds of different areas, but eventually they end up referring to a specialist, and that's really what we see ourselves as a family doctor kind of position, where all different kinds of things come to us and come to our rabbis, but we have to be connected and be aware of which kind of professional we have to refer them to in order to get the professional help that they need. And that's what we see our role as.